everybody, and welcome back to Studio K. Feels like it's been an age. I'm so happy to have you with us. We are actually having a rare summer thunderstorm, so if you hear thunder in the background, it's real here in Las Vegas. Well, I wanted to make a one-dish supper tonight, and we are going to do that, but first, new apron. What do you think? It's boysenberries from Knott's Berry Farm, courtesy of our dear friend Rachel. It was actually a Mother's Day gift to me, and this is my first opportunity to wear this lovely, happy apron. Thank you, Rachel. So what we are making today is an easy and delicious beef and broccoli stir fry. It is something that Dale and I love when we go out for Chinese, but honestly, I don't think I've ever made beef and broccoli, and it sure as heck is not hard. I got the recipe off of food.com, and it's all ingredients that you already have in the house pretty much. So let's take a look at what those ingredients are. I need 1 pound of it. I called for round steak, but I'm a snob when it comes to having beef. I bought sirloin and I trimmed it up real nice. We're going to slice that real thin. We're going to, of course, use broccoli. I've got an onion. We're going to serve it over white rice, and then everything in the back there is all the stuff that's going to go in it to make it taste great. A little brown sugar, garlic powder, ginger. I bought real sesame oil, some toasted sesame seeds, some soy sauce, and cornstarch for thickening. So it's your typical stir-fry ingredients, but I actually went to the Asian section and I scored some really delicious stuff to make it with. Let's get started on this wonderful one-dish meal. Welcome to the work area. The first thing I want to do is get some steamed rice going because I want to make sure that that's done when my stir-fry is done. I have put 2 cups of water on to boil and want to drop in a cup of white rice when that's ready to go. Next step is we are going to work on our steak. In this case, like I said, I bought some beautiful sirloin. I bought, let's show you in the overhead camera. I bought a little over 1 pound because I'm really persnickety and fussy about my beef when I do anything in a one-dish meal. I don't want any fat, any gristle, so I've already trimmed it down, and I probably ended up with 1 pound when all's said and done. Now, the recommendation when you're doing beef and broccoli is to, when we want to make these nice thin strips, it's good to freeze the beef for about 30 minutes before you try to cut it up because it makes it a little bit firm, and I did that. So let's see how these look. They're not frozen by any means, but they are a little bit firm, and I sharpened my knife, so I'm just going to make some nice thin strips and kind of go against the grain. This is beautiful sirloin. When I brought this home from the grocery store yesterday, Dale said, "Can't I just put those on the grill?" No. Paula's kitchen comes first. Let me grab this big hunk right here, and we're supposed to make thin strips that are about 3 inches in length. I don't think there's any rhyme or reason to this, but you see how lovely these are coming out. And I'm actually going to saute these in sesame oil. We are both really excited about this dish. We love beef and broccoli. Alrighty folks, let me continue, get all this pound of sirloin cut up, and I'll be right back with the next step. A big thunderclap just went by, and I was saying to cameraman Dale, I wish that was actually on the video because it's so rare around here. Anyway, all right, so my meat is all sliced up, and actually Dale had to come over and take a look at it. I think his mouth's watering already, and we haven't even cooked anything. My water came to a boil. I dropped in a cup of rice, and it's on simmer for 15 minutes. There you go. Maybe you heard that one. We are going to create a little thickener, and we're going to toss the meat in it before we stir fry. So 3 ingredients. I have 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. And then I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of water. And those of you that work with cornstarch, you know it has to be kind of cold water or it won't mix together. And I need, here it is, the garlic powder. I need a half a teaspoon of garlic powder. And that's it. So let me just stir those together, and then I'm going to toss the beef in this mixture before we stir fry. Ooh, that's fragrant already. Who doesn't love garlic? And isn't garlic a staple of Asian cooking as well as Italian and French and just about all of them? All right, there's my milky cornstarch mess. Pick up my beautiful sirloin, and we will drop that in. Hopefully the overhead camera is going to catch this action. Oh, what a dinner we are having today. Stir this up real quick. And then I'm gonna grab my biggest skillet. I don't have a wok, but that's okay. My Big Revere skillet does the trick. This didn't seem like much liquid, but it certainly is plenty to coat the beef. Alrighty folks, next up I'm getting my skillet out and let's get some sizzle going. Well folks, we are having a bona fide rainstorm. I love giving you the blow-by-blow weather report from Las Vegas Live. Anyway, moving on, we have cooking to do. Let me get the fire going under my big skillet. I need medium-high heat. And as I said, I purchased some real sesame oil for the occasion. I don't think I've ever stir-fried with real sesame oil. So I'm going to drop in 1 tablespoon of the sesame oil. Ooh, it's a dark brown color. Look at that. Like I always tell you, I love the discovery part of making a new recipe. I will get this nice and hot, and then we are going to drop in our beef. My rice is simmering away, smells lovely. I'm just a big fan of plain old steamed rice, always have been. You know the old trick about checking the temperature of the oil, cameraman Dale will tell me. Just drop a little speck of water in there. What do you think, cameraman Dale?
I like it.
You like it?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Do it. Sizzle.
I have to say that sesame oil has a very unique smell. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. I'm a fan. All right. Get this baby tossing. It's quite sticky because of the cornstarch mixture, so I want to get it quickly coated with the oil. And it tells us to cook it to desired doneness, so for me that's some nice brown crispy edges on this. And as you know with stir fry, the trick to success is you have to have everything kind of prepped and ready, because once you start cooking you want to be able to go quick. So I have a bowl standing by for when this is done. My broccoli florets are all cut up. I need 4 cups of those, which ended up being 1 head of broccoli, honestly. A small onion cut in wedges, and then just a little bit of a sauce. So onward we go. We are cooking, and it smells amazing. I've got a spatula too here that I'll grab. Oh, I cannot believe how that sesame oil has just elevated it to something completely different. I'm a fan. All right, folks, we'll check back with you as the browning process continues. Stay tuned. Here we are. I've been sauteing my sirloin steak, and I think it's about done. So I've got a little bowl standing by. Let me just grab this beautiful sirloin. And I can tell that the cornstarch has coated it such that we're going to end up with a little bit of a thickening going on here. Wow, it smells so great. So the next step is I'm going to take my pre-cut up sweet onion, and I'm going to put a little bit more sesame oil in, get that onion going for a little bit, and then the broccoli. And while that's cooking, we have to make a little sauce with a few ingredients. So we'll work on that while the onions are sauteing. Look at this coating on the bottom of the pan, if you can see that in the overhead camera. This is going to be nothing but flavor, flavor, flavor. All right, more oil. 1 more tablespoon of the sesame oil going in. And while the cameras were off, my rice timer went off, so my 15 minutes of steaming is done. And now it just rests for 5 minutes, and I will fluff that with a fork. Alrighty, in goes my onion. And we are just going to toss that around for a minute to get it coated with the sesame oil. Alrighty, these are to cook down for about 5 minutes. So let me do that and I will be right back with you. All right, 5 minutes or so have gone by and look at the black caramelization on the bottom of this frying pan. OMG. Alrighty, I am ready to toss in the broccoli. Here we go. If you ever watched my chicken stir fry, I think it was in season 1 of Paula's Kitchen, I told you that I normally steam the broccoli for a stir fry for a couple minutes in the microwave prior to adding them to the stir fry. But this recipe says drop them in the frying pan, so I'm going to do that. There is not a lot of sesame oil to even coat the broccoli. I'm tempted to add a little bit more. I think I will. Just a drizzle. Just to give them a nice coating as well, just like we did with the onion. So, while my veggies continue to stir fry, I have to make the little 4 or 5 ingredient sauce that's going to go on. But before I do that, let me also quickly fluff the rice with a fork. Let's make sure that that is fluffy and beautiful. Oh my gosh, it surely is. Yum. All right, 1/2 cup of water goes in my little bowl here. And then I also need, let me just double check, 1/3 cup of reduced sodium soy sauce. I've actually never used the reduced sodium. I actually need this. I shouldn't have taken it away. I've bought the regular, but following instructions, we will go with reduced sodium today. 1/3 cup of that. And I need 2 tablespoons of packed brown sugar, which I pre-measured over here. And 1 more tablespoon of the cornstarch for additional thickening. And that's going to be my flavoring with 1 more secret ingredient. I need a teaspoon of ground ginger. So I have my ginger here. And let me just drop in a teaspoon of that. And that is it for the beef and broccoli flavoring. This is gonna be a good one, folks. Let me stir this up under my overhead camera so you can see. Who doesn't love soy sauce and ginger? What a combination. Alrighty, so when my veggies are tender crisp, we're going to put the meat back in the pan and we're going to add our sauce. Just that quick, we're at the last step. The veggies have stir fried, they smell very fragrant, and I'm gonna drop my sirloin back in. Give that a toss, and then we are ready to add our soy ginger brown sugar sauce. And I simply cook and stir for 2 minutes, and this baby is done. Talk about a quick and easy 1-dish meal. You stir this up because you know the cornstarch settles. So I will stir this up, pour in, and it's important, of course, with cornstarch that you stir constantly for the first little couple of minutes. And I'm thinking that all that wonderful goodness that's on the bottom of the pan that you're seeing in the overhead camera is going to flavor this little soy ginger sauce. And the only ingredient that we will put on at the table is some toasted sesame seeds, and we will be ready for dinner. Looks like the storm has passed. It's quiet outside. Cameraman Dale ran outside. Super humid. Yeah, monsoon season in Las Vegas. So you could already see, oop, I splattered again, that this sauce is thickening up courtesy of the cornstarch. And so it's going to have some real hearty heft when we pour it on top of our steamed rice. Oh, yum. I'll tell you what, this was an easy one, very satisfying. I can't wait to stuff my face. We'll see you at the table. Well, Sunday dinner time for us. You're watching this on Wednesday. We're doing this on Sunday, and I have to say, fist bump, this looks amazing.
It smells better.
I put a little toasted sesame seeds on top for garnish, just like the recipe recommended. I'm going to put that recipe and the link to food.com in the description box. But meanwhile, let's try this.
And the thing, we did all this during a thunderstorm.
We did.
It was a magical thunderstorm.
Normally we'd be out there watching the thunderstorm. Yeah. All right, I'm taking a bite of beef, a bite of onion, a bite of broccoli.
There you go. Is it?
Gingery.
Whoa.
Wow. You know what? You couldn't get this better in a Chinese restaurant.
No, that tastes really, really good.
I am really glad we did sirloin and not round, because round is a little on the tough side. Oh man, that's just infused with delicious flavor. Really good.
And you know what? The broccolis are tender crisp. I like them like that.
I know you do. Wow.
That's really good.
That is very good.
Yeah.
We have a little bit of fruit to accompany and some iced tea.
I'm gonna take one more bite.
That is really a winner. Delicious. And of course I love the steamed rice. So, wow. That sirloin's not real tender, a little on the chewy side.
It's
but
good though.
I actually expect that in beef and broccoli, don't you?
What's that?
It's peach iced tea.
Oh.
Summertime.
I was expecting something with the alcohol in it.
No alcohol today.
So, I think this was a big success. I'll tell you what, this is a quick recipe.
It was. Now see, that's the cameraman talking, that we were not laboring in the kitchen all day.
No, I mean, it's very hot in the kitchen because it is so humid outside. This is unlike Las Vegas.
Yeah, very much so. And of course we have all our lights and so on going on. So
Yeah.
it is quite warm in here.
But I would give this 2 thumbs up. This is, or actually I'd give it 4 thumbs up. It's that good. I really like it a lot.
2 for me, 2 for you.
There you go.
Good stuff.
All right, hope you had a good time on this one. We'll see you next time.
Bye,
Bye-bye,
everyone.
everybody.